Welcome to Sussing It Out, Chapter 22. Today's chapter is going to be entitled, Really Poor Customer Service. Pardon me, I'm here in the Fortress of Nerditude. Joker face is covered up. I'm tired of him talking at me. And I'm wearing my gym clothes. I had just gotten back from doing my morning exercise when I received a phone call from, some backstory. I am of a generation that has been annihilated because of debt. Our parents all had credit cards, and they told us how great it was to have a credit card, how wonderful it would be to have it in case of emergency, an extra couple of grand just sort of laying there. But we all received our credit cards probably too early in life and maxed them all out because that's what we do. We find money and we spend it when you're 20 years old. That's what you do. So I've been dealing with that debt for a while now. One of my debtors, I don't want to use their real name, so I'll call them British Not Fast. All right? Yeah, you see? Okay. So British Not Fast, or I'll call them British Slow, gave me a whole bunch of money. I spent it all, and I tried to pay them back, and I couldn't get it done, and I couldn't get it done, and I couldn't get it done. So finally they made an arrangement with me where they said, okay, you owe us X. X is way too much. We're sorry. We never should have given you that in the first place. How about you pay us Y? And you could pay us Y over, so Y over Z, which is to say that over a number of months. So I said, hey, that sounds great. I'll pay you that much. That's fantastic. They said, whoa, pump the brakes. You only owe us Y once a month on the 30th or before the 30th. Fair enough, reasonable. That would make it not before the end of the month. In February, I owe them before the 28th and things like that. So I send them the first month's payment, lickety-split, right as we make the arrangement, 10 days early. I sent them the other arrangement this month, September's arrangement, on Friday because I knew that, I had the extra dough to kick around and why not get a debt out of the way a little bit earlier, why not? I sent it in and I saw it cleared from my account on the 13th, which was Friday. So I mailed it to them sometime last week. British Slow, by the way, is actually based out of, I think, Tampa. Or at least they have a processing plant in Tampa. So if I mail it from Orlando, it gets to Tampa pretty quick. At any rate, I got a call from British Slow, a young man named Robert, who had a wonderful British accent. Possibly not British. Maybe different country. He said his name was Robert, so I said, hello, Robert, my name is Rick. You just called me, and he asked for my information, and I said, yeah, this is all that. And he proceeded to tell me that because I had missed my payment, the contract that we had, the settlement agreement, was now null and void, and I owed the full amount of money again. And I said, what are you talking about? I've already paid you. And he said, oh, you sent in the check. Well, you only had till the 20th to begin with. So if you sent in the check, I'll make sure to note it. And I said, no, Haas. I have already paid you. It came out of my account. It is gone. I don't have that $60 anymore, or however much it was that I sent you. It is no longer in my bank account. Well, it hasn't shown up on your payment history. How is that my problem? That is your problem. So he says, well, just, you paid it before the 20th. So, and I said, well, hang on. And I pulled the sheet off the wall that has my payment transaction numbers. And I said, what do you mean by the 20th? He said, well, you had 30 days from the previous payment. And I said, what do you mean? I have till the 30th. It says right here on the payment that I pay you on the 30th of every month. I just decided to pay you early because I'm a heck of a sweet guy. And he said, well, no, and then things got bad. Because I asked him, hang on now, I've paid you on the 20th and I've paid you on the 13th. Does that mean that my October statement that says it's due on the 30th, I have, of course, the contract in my hand, is actually due on the 13th and not the 30th? And there's more discussion, and he just keeps reiterating that the call was just a convenience call and y'all not get another call and, don't worry about it. And I said, none of that. Tell me, what do I owe you in October and when? And he said, well, it would be 30 days. It's 30 days, so you have till the 20th. And I said, why do I have till the 20th? It should be the 3rd. Finally, Robert gives up and he puts me on hold. But not before speaking in a foreign language, one I don't know. Could have been Spanish, could have been Portuguese. I have no idea. I don't speak much outside of broken English. That is really... je parle français un peu. Je ne parle pas le français très bien, mais je parle français, mais j'ai étudié le français avec la université, une high school pour 6 heures. What that all said is, I speak French all right. I've been studying it for about 6 years, both in university and in high school. At any rate. So, he starts speaking in a different language. And I say, Robert, what are you doing speaking in a different language where I can't understand? What are you talking about? What kind of customer service is this? I'm going to talk in a different language so the guy who doesn't speak my language doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about? Kind of got me angry, huh? So he transfers me to Robert's supervisor, whose name I can't remember. We'll just go with RL. RL from British Slow tries to calm me down and tell me, well, this was just a courtesy call and we'll never call you again to let you know that your payment is almost late. And I said, my payment was not late. It was not even anywhere near late. It was out of my account 3 days ago. I'm looking at my calendar, by the way. It's to the right. I know you guys don't see that, but whatever. So now it's my fault that I'm upset that they're calling me just as a reminder. And I said, but hang on there, RL. You know that Robert called me telling me that my account was no longer void. It was invalid. It was gone. That we no longer had a settlement arrangement because I will have missed my account because I didn't pay by phone. And he says, well, Robert is a human. He makes mistakes. We're sorry. And I say, well, Robert is a human. He does make mistakes. You're sorry. That wasn't so bad. That wasn't so difficult, was it? Immediately I calmed down and I said, he didn't really want to hear me anymore, but I said, look, just help me here. Let me know that my next transaction is only due on October 30th or any time before. And he said, yes, Mr. Sussman, because no one can pronounce my last name. Yes, Mr. Sussman, it is only due on the 30th. Or sometime therein. And I said, fabulous. Thank you. And he immediately hangs up on me. Thank you, have a good day, hangs up. Was it so difficult to just accept that maybe the customer might have been right here? Now, granted, the customer can be wrong. I have seen firsthand evidence of this. I have been both the wrong customer, and in this case, I've been the right one. What bothers me, though, is that this is a massive company. We all know British Slow is a huge credit card industry. They have my check. They took the money out of my account. But somehow, some way, RL and RL's little buddy Robert didn't know about that. That's frightening. That is massively worrying. I know it's my own fault for having the debt, and I'm well aware that I owe the money, and all of that is understandable. Why companies would be mad at me for not paying them, also reasonable. But when you have a company that's this big, that it literally doesn't know when its debtors are paying you, there's a problem. My buddy Charles had a really nice vlog about how the millennials are being slowly grinded into salt. And we might be. When we try to pay our bills and we're met with this much force, why do we even try? When we try to make good on our arrangements and we're just beaten into the dirt because we tried, why do you even bother at this point? Kind of a mean thing to leave you on, I know. Not really the most upper of vlogs, but I was mad. And British Slow, I'm going to keep doing business with them until my debt is finished. And then they'll never see or hear from me again because their customer service is terrible. This has been Sussing It Out, Chapter 22. Oh, on a plus note, look at that. Oh, look at that muscle. On a plus note, I am now down to 210 pounds. Ah! So we are almost to the goal weight, another 5-10 pounds, and we'll be there. You can sort of see it in my face. I'm losing a lot of weight. And hang on, let me see if I can get the light here to really show you. I have an Adam's apple. Did you see it? Ah, yeah, it's a big deal. All right. Thank you guys for listening to me rant. Thank you guys for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. I'll talk to you real soon. One more muscle. Bam! Bam, I'm sexy. I'm sorry.
A